Hey everyone, and welcome to a very special showcase in Planet Coaster 2. Today we are looking at Space Mountain Outer Space. For those of you who've been following my channel, they know that I have been building this very Space Mountain in Planet Coaster 1. It's been one of my biggest projects ever, but this one is not built by me. This one is made by Kanani. I don't know how I pronounce that correctly. Kanani? Anyways, I'm going to showcase now on screen the blueprint or the workshop blueprint that you all should check out. But yeah, as I said, this one is very close to my heart. I will also briefly now put in a little bit of a screenshot of my version of the Planet Coaster 1 I did. But apparently in Planet Coaster 2, this is potentially one of the most beneficial rides when it comes to the improvements of Planet Coaster 2, specifically when it goes about the indoors. And this is also why we are going to make a little cut, because we have to do some changes in order to experience the full Space Mountain experience in here. I'm going to give you a bit of a backstory to the ride and what this all is about and why it's so special to me. So let's do that little, let's say, fix so that we can enjoy the fullest. Alright, so we are at nighttime with a bit of rain, and both of these things are obviously biggest improvements of this wonderful game. We have rain in the game, but that, as we all know, isn't done to perfection. It's more about the lighting, and just look at that. Look at how everything in here works. But also, we are talking about platforms, and platforms, as you can see, there is something rotating over here, making sure the whole thing is shooting the right way, and now we also get the animation of the cannon, something we couldn't do in Planko 1, and now you also get the lighting effect even up onto that little shooting range up here that technically it's not obviously not real, but in the imagination this is where the coaster gets shot towards the moon. This is the story. I think the Paris version, which we are looking at, this is the Space Mountain Disneyland Paris version, is the most appreciated of them all. I think it's one of the most beautiful Disney rides in general when it comes to the theming. It's all done by Jules Verne, the Terre à la Lune, which is the story, like, you know, from Earth to Moon, and the whole story built around it. Nowadays, unfortunately, I would say, even though I'm not, I am a Star Wars fan in a way, but I do hate that the fact that this ride is themed after Star Wars at the moment. It's going to be reverted as far as my information goes, but I'm not sure when exactly. Potentially, they're going to revert this as soon as Galaxy's Edge in Paris is finished, about in a year or two. So maybe they're going to revert then to the original theme, but this is the original coaster with the original theming and the original layout, which is pretty damn cool. It's not the very first layout. I believe it's the second layout, but don't quote me on that. I think it is the same version I built, which is Mission 2. So that should definitely be the second one. But I'm not 100% sure because I've been quite young when the first layout was available, I guess. But yeah, so this is the entrance, a beautifully built sign. I did this as well in the first game, but you can definitely tell that, funnily enough, the aquatic pack in Planet Coaster 2 has had a lot of pieces that go super well together with the style of this wonderful ride. Now, we're going to take the cue to show you how beautiful it is. Oh my god, how many times I have spent time in this queue. So, yeah, it's so beautiful. And I believe even that the queue is done completely right, if I'm not completely wrong here. You do have a bit of a, you know, wiggly wobbly zigzag course here on the outside before you then go to the inside, and you are guided alongside the sides over here. So I know that I can pass through, but yeah. One thing that this recreation does a lot better than mine is the size, but this also comes down to the fact that we now can scale in the game. When I was building my version in Planet Coaster 1, we didn't have any billboards to really find the exact sizes. We didn't have any, you know, scalable options whatsoever, but, you know, I don't want to downplay or whatever. This creation over here, I'm even losing my words here, is near perfection. And I have no idea, this is already 4 months old, so Kanini, I have no idea, or Kani, I have no idea. Hopefully I wasn't completely wrong. Potentially it's a French name, so Kanei, I have no idea, whatever. But I gotta say that this is near perfection, and I have no idea how you managed to do that in such a short amount of time, because that one was released months ago. So incredible. But also there are a couple of little issues in here that is not to blame the creator, but a couple of updates from Planet Coaster. There were quite a few, as you know, have destroyed a couple of things. I did fix a a few things here and there, like signs were rotated and so on. So for example, that sign over here from the Columbiad used to be the right way around, but now it is totally the wrong way around. Not sure why exactly they did this, so you do find a couple of things that Frontier did fix for whatever reason, but yeah, I mean, look at all the details with the screws and so on. Like as I said, the aquatic pieces and lots of these pieces from the aquatic pack in Planet Coaster 2, they came in super handy for this type of steampunk Jules Verne style build, and I'm absolutely loving it. Also, I think it's the first time ever that I have rain at nighttime, and I'm absolutely loving the light effects. I never saw that, and this is even more of a reason for me to say that Frontier needs to fix the rain. I mean, it's not as bad at nighttime, but we still have too much moonlight. I still would love to have the whole sky covered in big clouds, because that is heavy rain. It's not like light rain. We still have light rain, so just give us light rain with this type of sky, and then yeah. But anyways, this is not about the weather. This should definitely be about the ride itself, because there's quite a lot we have to explore. So let's make our way into the entrance area. And again, I think it's one of the most beautifully designed rides. At least I think this personally. So there's quite a lot of things. I unfortunately do not have all the stuff that you can put in here, like billboards and so on. So please don't hate me. But there are quite a lot of wonderful billboards in the original creation. And there's also, because we have now, I have turned on the supports on pathways, so this is not again not to blame the creator. We're gonna sneak through here and then we go inside, and yeah, as I said, this apparently is where this game shines absolutely. So the interior I did back in the day was horrible because of many reasons, but also look at the usage of marble over here on, like, from the Viking set, and just like paired with, oh god, with all this, just looks absolutely phenomenal. And then you go in, you have got the queue over here. This is exactly how it is. This room I remember perfectly with that miniature version of the cannon. And yeah, I mean, also these columns and so on, they work perfectly fine. I'm not entirely sure if it's exactly the same, but this is kind of the moon station, however you call that, but like exactly also the queue styled exactly after it is in the real world. Then you have that kind of stylish, yeah, what is that? Sky dome. Oh, it's so beautiful. I think in real life this thing even moves. You could have done that, but I'm not entirely sure if it even does. Also the lighting with all these little spotlights and so on. It is spot on. I'm very sorry for that, but that was too easy. Then we have that little cannon over here. I remember that miniature version there. These lampposts are very close to how they are in real life. Again, as I said, since I did the recreation, I also have quite a lot of reference images that I got from a very nice source, but I can't name that source. But it's very nice that I have all these comparison images, which is really great, because that helped me doing that one. And I'm very happy that I don't need to do a recreation of that one again. I thought it's gonna happen, but so I can focus on a different Disney ride soon, which I'm also very excited for, but not. There's, we'll talk about that when we're ready. So there is also, oh, look at that, that's what I meant. All these signs are switched around, switcheroo. No idea why, and I'm sure the creator did not do this intentionally. This is definitely because of the game's updates here and there, but that's usual. I remember that in the past as well. Oh my god, look, wait, there's just a coaster arrived. Ooh, there you go. My god, look at that. Gosh, that just looks so fantastic. God, the lighting is like, it is such a improvement, but you need to have this type of comparison to see that. Also these little sideways over here, like these escape routes, very realistic. I love that. We have this, this is also, I always felt this is awkward. I'm not entirely sure what exactly that was, this kind of energy station where the coaster ends in. Till this day, if you guys have the story, what that is and what that does, please let me know. Another thing I want to mention is the coaster car isn't themed, even though we do now have the chance to de-theme this coaster, and it can also have more cars, which is exactly, back in the day, it wasn't possible. So please, again, don't blame the creator. I did not want to change that because I was afraid I was breaking the ride itself because of, gravity of more cars and so on. So I didn't want to do that. Yeah, this is all perfectly accurate to how it is. Remember me doing this with the corrugated and the iron frames in before. And we are also getting to like a very nice room with a very cool kind of chandelier kind of thing in a second, I guess. This must be somewhere over here when we go in. Oh god, that's such a... Yeah, there you go. This is exactly what I meant. That's the animated chandelier. Gosh, it couldn't be more different from what I did. But look, the platforms are... They are so incredible when it comes to these type of things. You can absolutely knock it out of the park just like this over here when you make use of it. Now with the ability to scale down pieces even lower than that, you could have done this even more like detailed, but I think it's not even necessary to sell the idea. That just looks freaking awesome. God. And everything is like very accurately sized, and oh my god, look at this. Look at the tiles on the ground. Very nice idea. What piece is that even? Some of the marble pieces, I guess, but used as tiles. I'm a fan of that. All these little screw details. And yes. Yeah. Not even a sky. Look at that. Oh boy. Oh gosh. We don't even need to ride the ride. It's just looking absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so we're making our way through again here. This is, again, super accurate. This room is very, very spot on. There, at least there you have the original sign, and it's the right way around. You know, this is the At Luna. Wait, hold on. I need to stand. Wait, hold on. Wait, not giving that yet away. It's, should be Ad Luna in Flamma Gloria. There you go. And it means like to the moon in the rocket, basically. Flamma Gloria should be that thing, like, you know. And then bam, you are greeted with that incredible station over here, which is just super accurate. And you can see there's that little trick over here. I can't go here because that is the queue. It's one of these few things you can't do in the game yet, which is super sad. Especially Disneyland Paris is very well known to do dual stations. Not only that one, but also the Big Thunder Mountain has a dual station as well, which is absolutely beautiful, but and also very cool, to be honest, to have that little bit of a difference. But you can't do that in the game, unfortunately. Now, we do have separate load and unload stations, but they don't do the trick, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, this is how they've been doing that. This is where the control room sits. Again, this signage over here is unfortunately rotated. Then we have these flags over here. If we would get flags that act as a billboard, which shouldn't be too much of a hassle, we could even put the original flags in, but they do the job for the moment. So yeah, that is the ride. And now I believe it is time to go on the ride. Let's simply wait until the ride is coming back. Just gonna enable the... There you go. There's the ride. Can I just quickly jump in? Hold on. Interact. We should be able to... Wait, I need to go to the entrance, right? This was like me. There you go. Ride Space Mountain. There you go. We're gonna go to the front bumper. Gonna deactivate the HUD over here, and we are going to enjoy this ride so much. I tell ya, it is so good. It is again super accurate. It's all what you expect from Space Mountain, and yeah, we do this with the lighting that this game offers, and it's just such a different, wonderful experience, I must say. Going down here beneath where the exit sits, and then it goes here, and usually the coaster is held here for a second, which I believe is done. Yeah, there you go. It's held, and then you have got these rocket things animated, and in a second you'll be shot up, and then, as you can see over here, the cannon shoots you. You go up, here's the action photo, and off we go into the ride. And yeah, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Look at this. Look at this, guys. This is just so good. It's the perfect amount of dark, even though I have to say, this is still a little bit of an issue of this game. I think it's because Frontier has not mastered the global illumination completely yet. In super big rooms like this one over here, it still has a tendency to be a little bit too bright at some space. But overall, obviously, it is so much better than the original is, and I like the Planet Coaster 1 is. But like, I mean, just look at this. Look at everything. It is absolutely glorious. But I mean, also you could make it darker in here by less usage of security lights, which I think is still beautiful. The creator did such a great job of capturing the essence. And down here, I mean, it's super dark, right? I'm not sure how it renders to you guys on YouTube, but as I said, in places it is insanely dark, and it's very hard to tell where you go. And then you have these things before you then go into the brake run. There you go. Damn it, this is so good. You know, technically I could put my ride next to it, but what? I don't. This will not hold up to the slightest, because this game, not only because it all looks better, this game is just in every way so much better now, which I think is a testament to what Frontier did, how much they improved. I'm very, very glad and happy that they did, because it just really makes the experience of these type of dark rides just so much better. And I'm so much happy also. I'm so glad that someone already built this. I can't even believe how that has been done in really this short amount of time. It's absolutely, it's madness. It's really madness. Oh, hold on, they even built the correct exit. Hold on, that is insane. Because there's like this little pathway where you can go over to the other side, and then this is where you get the action photos, which can be done in the future, which is so cool. You could even make the actual action photo station over here where you can purchase your action photo. Oh, this is so good. Hopefully the creator is going to change a couple of things once, with the new updates, specifically the ride, with the cars and so on. That would be beautiful. That would be absolutely mad. Also, a little look into there. Look at that. Yes. Absolutely fantastic. There should also be an angle where you can see it coming from the other side. Hold on. There's the track somewhere. Oh gosh, so it's so dark. It's so dark if you look inside of that. There's the coaster passing by. Okay, never mind then. But yeah, that is, as you can tell, guys, I'm very struggling to find the right words, because this recreation, as I've spent so many hours of my life doing this myself, I absolutely know what that means. So this side obviously is the exit of the other ride. I'm loving the fact that the creator has used so much of the pieces to make us actually go here. Oh god, that is so good. That is so good. I'm really struggling to find the right words. Oh my god, look at that. Even the maintenance chat over here. That is so brilliant. Hold on, is it on the other side as well? I need to check that out. Oh, can we actually... Oh my god, yeah, this is what I meant, You could also use that way to go over. That's so clever in this ride. I mean, you didn't use actual staircases. These are custom made. Very, very well done. Very, very well done. And I remember sitting over here and watching the coaster. I remember that one time I went on it with my brother, and then later on my family was going on it, and so we were waiting to take a photo of them over here. That was quite a hard way to do that, but yeah, there you can see the coaster coming by. Whee! And then you turn around, run over here, yay, quickly, and then you can see them sitting in here. We took a photo from over here so that they were sitting in there. You need to find the right moment, to be honest, because I think the positioning, it might be a tad bit, I remember it's a little bit further down, but yeah, there you can see the sequencer, by the way, that just does all the job for the, oh god, it's so good. It's so good. I hope more people are doing recreations. I wonder also how the performance will be once someone would build a entire Disney World, or Disneyland, I should say. Because I remember in Planet Coaster 1, when I was finishing this ride over here, my performance was already super bad. I mean, granted, I've got a better computer now, but I'm running like 120 FPS right now in WQD, so in 2K, which is very, 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 very good. Just, considering how much is going on in this thing, and there's definitely a lot of pieces. Yes, look, there's the other maintenance chat here too. Oh, such a wonderful detail. I'm just wondering, that's one thing I want to check out, because I remember I did this as a little Easter egg in my build. I'm wondering if they did this as well. Hold on, we're going to check out if that happened. That would be hilarious, to be honest. So that's where you go around here. Hold on, just going to sprint a little. So we do have access to that area, which is correct. And there is then the exit to the... okay, they did this. There's the exit to the, where the staff can go in and have a look. But let's see if there is... it doesn't quite look like that. Somewhere over here is like a backstage area where I did some little fun things with some backstage bins and trash bins and so on. But yeah, even like some of these are exactly how they are in real life. These escape thingies, like security escapes. Yeah, again, as I said, some of the support, don't mind them. I could have also just disabled that in the menu. That should have done the trick, but yeah. And so we're all the way around. This is where the entrance sits again. This is where the Discovery Land is. On that thing, you've got this souvenir shop or like big theater with that Zeppelin up in there, hanging there. And then there's this, on the other side is the motorway kind of thing. And then in the center, you've got that, whatever flat ride that is. But yeah, oh my God, look at that! I don't even know what to do, but I think this is gonna be my thumbnail. Wait, we have to wait for the, there's the coaster. Boy, that is absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, Kenny, sorry for pronouncing your name wrong a bajillion times in this video, but you've outdone yourself. This is madness. The level of accuracy, again, no idea how you did that in this amount of time. One of my favorite things, by the way, is how you manage the rocks. I think I would have never used these type of rocks, but they work together super, super well. You just forgot about the Nautilus, okay? So I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's getting 10 out of 10 humps over here, I guess. Should we make that an official scale, by the way? Rating, like, this is 10 out of 10 humps, like, and they're all shaking, okay? This is the official rating by now. It's like 10 out of 10 is the maximum, but you can even get better by make them shaking. I think this is a very valid way to rate coasters and creations in general. So, whew. God. As you can see, I don't want to stop. It's just too good. It's just too good. I'm absolutely. God, this is. Jeez, I want to take that file and build the entirety of Discovery Land now. Anyways, guys, that shall be it. Please let me know in the comments down below what's your favorite version of Space Mountain, and also what's your favorite Disney ride in general, and what's the trivia behind that. I'm looking, as I said, I'm looking into a recreation at the moment, which I'm not giving away quite. Which, I mean, you can guess which one I'm doing, but yeah, again, I'm not giving that away. But hold on, that is so good. That is so fantastic. Anyways, guys, I hope you loved this wonderful little showcase of one of the best recreations I've seen in any roller coaster game. Absolutely fantastic work. And yeah, as I said, I'm happy that I didn't do that. The amount of work is just ridiculous. But yeah, my friends, this has been a wonderful tour. I enjoyed it. Again, I'm very thankful you guys also commented that we should do more tours. Here we are. Not always full parks. We also do types of stuff like that. And if you've got any suggestions, please drop down the workshop codes or drop down the name of the creations. I'll have a look, and maybe we get a couple of tours done in the upcoming weeks, and I can't wait to do that. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Kenny, again for making this, because without you, I couldn't have had the chance to look at this incredible creation. I will also link the YouTube channel, because this guy also has a YouTube channel showcasing his work, and also the new stuff they are doing is absolutely watchable, and I highly suggest doing that. So thank you so much. I talk to you in the next one. As always, don't forget to subscribe, blah, 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 all that kind of YouTuber blah, blah, you all love so much, but I don't do this today. Okay, goodbye.